Dear students, today talk on endoskeleton of frog, particularly vertebral column. Vertebral column is most characteristic feature of vertebrates. It forms the backbone. It extends from behind the skull to the end of the tail. In frog, vertebral column consists of 9 vertebrae and a long bone, the urostyle. The vertebrae lie one behind the other. The first, 8th, 9th vertebrae and urostyle are differ in structure. Otherwise, rest are similar in structure, or thus called as typical vertebra. So the vertebrae lie one behind the other. The first vertebrae, 8th vertebrae, 9th vertebrae, and urostyles are differ in structure. Otherwise, the rest are similar in structure, or thus called as typical vertebra. First one now, typical vertebra. It has a neural canal through which passes the spinal cord. The neural canal is thick and solid. On ventral part is called as centrum. The anterior end of the centrum bears a concavity, which the posterior end of the centrum bears a convexity. So anterior end is a concavity, posterior end is a convexity. So it is a procoelous vertebra. Pro means in front, coel means cavity. In front there is a cavity. The vertebrae are located that the convexity of one fits into the concavity of the other behind. Thus, a sort of ball and socket joint is formed, due to which backbone can be moved in any direction. So, the typical vertebra is a procoelous vertebra. The diagram shows certain parts like convexity in the posterior region, and then neural spine, pre-zygapophysis, post-zygapophysis, transverse process, neural canal. So, center there is a neural canal, a spine is there, neural spine, and then pre-zygapophysis, transverse process, and post-zygapophysis. Then convexity of centrum, typical vertebra, posterior view. So posteriorly there is a convexity, anteriorly there is a concavity. So the typical vertebra is the procoelous vertebra. The right and left bones of vertebra above the canal meet in the mid dorsal line to form an arch, neural arch. It gives rise to 3 processes, namely transverse processes, neural spine, and zygapophysis. So zygapophysis is of 2 types. Pre-zygapophysis, it is the anterior part. Second one is post zygopophysis, that is the posterior part. Atlas, it is the first vertebra of vertebral column on which head rests. It is temple-like only post zygophysis towards anterior side. There is a pair of articular facets, depressions, which contain the occipital condyles of the skull. So, atlas is the first vertebra. It looks like a temple. The diagram shows neural canal, post zygophysis, centrum, and then a facet for occipital condyles. So, first vertebra of the vertebral column is the atlas. Eighth vertebra. It is eighth in the series. The centrum is amphicoelous. Amphi means both, coelous means cavity. That means the cavity is present on the anterior as well as posterior surface of the centrum. So the eighth vertebra consists of certain parts in the diagram. So anterior concavity of the centrum, posterior concavity of the centrum, post zygopophysis, pre-zygopophysis, transverse process. The eighth vertebra is the amphicoelous vertebra because the cavity is present on the both anterior and posterior surfaces. So, anterior concavity of centrum, posterior concavity of the center, concavity both sides, and the consists of pre-zygopophysis, post-zygopophysis, and transverse process. The eighth vertebra can easily identified with the presence of concavity in both the anterior and posterior surfaces. So it belongs to amphicoelous vertebra. Ninth vertebra. It is the ninth in the series behind the eighth vertebra. The centrum is acoelous. A means absent, coelous cavity. That means having no cavity. The centrum is convex anteriorly to articulate with the cavities of eighth vertebra, and posteriorly it bears two convexities which fit into two corresponding cavities of urostyle. It's a transverse process or broad, stout and backwardly directed, which articulate the ilium. It is also formed as sacral vertebra. So the ninth vertebra consists of acoelous centrum having no cavity. The centrum is convex anteriorly and articulate with the cavities of eighth vertebra. Posteriorly it bears two convexities which fit into the urostyle. That is the ninth vertebra. The diagram shows anterior convexity of centrum, posterior convexities of centrum, transverse process, pre-zygapophysis. Second one also consists of anterior convexity of centrum, posterior convexities of centrum, but two in number. Anteriorly only one in number, posteriorly two in number. It also consists of pre-zygapophysis, transverse processes. The ninth vertebra can be easily identified. Convexity, only one convexity in anterior side, but two convexities in posterior region, and consists of pre-zygapophysis with transverse process with iliac crust. Urostyle. It is elongated bone which is broad in front and narrow behind. Its anterior end bears two cavities which articulate with the two convexities of the ninth vertebra. Its posterior part rests on the middle part of the girdle. In the mid-dorsal line of the bone lies a ridge which is homologous to its neural arch and neural spine. The hollow cavity of the bone which runs throughout its length lodges the posterior narrow end of the spinal cord, the phylum terminale. So urostyle is the elongated bone, broad in front and narrow behind. It bears two cavities which articulate with the two convexities of the ninth vertebrae. By the help of two convexities in the ninth vertebrae, the ninth vertebrae attached to the urostyle. This is something about urostyle. Next one now, functions of vertebral column. The vertebral column performs certain functions as follows. Animal can bend without damaging any internal organ of the body. It protects the spinal cord from external shocks. It supports the head and head can be moved to a little extent. It acts as a fulcrum in the body, and thus all the internal organs remain suspended in the body cavity through the mesentery. In tadpole of frog, it forms the tail. Tail is helpful in swimming, thus it forms the locomotory organ in tadpole. The functions of vertebral columns are: animal can bend without damaging any internal organ of the body. It protects the spinal cord from external shock. It supports the head and head can be moved to a little extent. It acts as a fulcrum in the body, and thus all the internal organ remain suspended in the body cavity through the mesentery. In tadpole of frog, it forms the tail. Tail is helpful in swimming, thus it forms the locomotory organ in tadpole. This is something about certain vertebrae of vertebral column of frog. Any clarification, any doubts? Send me the messages. Thank you.